Yes, it is.
Right now.
What's this whole thing? I don't know if you've seen this, and I don't know that. I mean, because I had looked at an article and then I looked at something else. I don't know that I got to the bottom of it. Some type of a glitch in the Obamacare system.
Yeah. So in previous years, if you had a family, I'll just use an example.
Family glitch.
A family of 4. Let's just say you had a family of 4.
Yeah.
You would log into healthcare.gov.
Right.
And you would select your plan.
Right.
Well, let's just say you had a silver plan. Well, you and everyone in your family would be on the same plan.
Sure.
Well, this year they have a button called groups. So you log into healthcare.gov, you enroll in your coverage, and it shows you that you're in a group. Let's just say you picked a silver plan. Well, you can select to add groups. And when you add a second group, you can put any of the members in that group and select an entirely separate plan. Now, think about it. Let's just say that your wife gets sick all the time, or you know that she has a known chronic condition or whatever. You're able to get her the type of plan that she needs.
Get her the gold plan.
Yeah, you can get her the gold plan. You can take the bronze plan with a high deductible, contribute to your HSA. And the thing is the subsidies for individuals who qualify for subsidies, let's just say for the family of 4, the subsidies $1,500 a year. Well, when everyone has to enroll in the gold plan because you have someone with a chronic illness, your premium might be $2,000 a month.
Right.
So you still, if you have $1,500 worth of subsidy, you still have to come out of pocket $500.
Right.
But if you can enroll the one person in the gold plan that needs to be, you're in the bronze plan. Maybe your kids are in a bronze plan or something like that, depending on, how often they get sick or go to the doctor or whatever. And now your premium's around $1,500, and your out-of-pocket cost is nothing.
See, now this is along the same vein, but inside, group health plans, just from being a benefit broker for so many years, people go, we need all these options. We need multiple options. You need to have a low deductible and a high deductible and maybe even a higher. We need to have 3 options. And I'd always tell my clients, that's super popular because everyone goes, we want a whole bunch of choice, right? That makes sense. But I tell the employer, that's a terrible idea. It's terrible. And they go, why is that a bad idea? I said, think about what we're talking about, okay, in a health insurance population. Who is paying for the sick people? The healthy people. Okay, all right. So we got most people, let's just say it's 80-20.
That's the purpose of the individual mandate.
Right, exactly. You got the healthy people paying for exactly. Same type thing on a group plan basis. And so the healthy people are paying for the sick people. All right, so but then what we say is, all right, now we want to section these, we want to have multiple plans, all right? So what ends up happening is you do that exact same thing. You have a low, medium, high. So what you do is if you are healthy, you go, well, I want to pay low. And if you're sick, I want to pay the high. Why? Okay, so think about the sick person. Why do they want to pay the high? So that they'll pay less than the other plans. So if they're paying less, who's paying more again? The healthy, by definition.
Right.
If the high plans allow that 20% to go there and then pay less, who's paying for that? Them, the healthy. And so what ends up happening is the healthy subsidize the sick to even a greater degree.
Through premiums?
Yes, absolutely. And through when you look at the claims run, because no one runs it appropriately. I mean, you would set, like, if you had a large enough group, they would say, well, we're going to price it appropriately. It's going to be more expensive through employee contributions. Yeah, I understand, but you can't get there. For how much more it'll end up costing, you can't get there from an employee contribution standpoint. So it's a similar type conversation, but yes, subsidizing, but it's playing the game.
Helps
right?
keep benefit brokers in a job.
Well, sort of. Well, yeah. I mean, when you're looking at something that complex, of course, because you need to have someone who has a level of expertise in it. But I always hated it. Like, not from the management of it. That was fine. I just thought it was stupid. I don't like to do things that I think are stupid. And so I teach a client, there are times to maybe have multiple plans. It's just my opinion. There are times to have it. Typically, what I like to say is your time to have multiple plans is when you're trying to move to one or the other. If you're trying to move to a high deductible plan, okay, over 2-3 year period, maybe you need 2 plans and you migrate into one. And then you have this one that you try to work, because you can change employee contributions a lot of different ways there, based upon different factors. And that's kind of rabbit trailing on it. But anyhow, I've always, the subsidizing your health insurance, the healthy are always subsidizing the sick. But so this is just interesting because it's the same thing.
Yeah.
It's a system, right? What do? We find a way to take advantage of the system.
Yeah, so you can tailor it to say, okay, what's the subsidy I get? And let's just tailor the plan to where I have no monthly out-of-pocket costs for premiums. My subsidy
Yes.
covers all the premiums for everyone in my family.
Right.
But I have coverage
Sure.
if I need it, and the people who really need it are on the proper plan.
That's right. That's right.
And that was not an option in the last. This is the first time that this has ever been an option. People are finding it and
So
saying,
because I had heard something about it, and I was like, "What is this?"
it's called groups.
Groups.
Yeah, it's,
under Obama. Okay.
it's a new option.
Interesting.
Yep. So you have to pick your first plan, and then it'll show you your groups, and you'll be your whole family will be in one group, and you can add another group. But if you have 5 kids,
Right.
you can add 5 more groups.
Are your parents on the exchange?
No,
They're
not
on Medicare, right?
Not anymore. So yeah, Medicare.
Okay. Yeah. That's good.
They were for a year or two though, and,
Uh-huh.
it worked out well. I do know several people that I've helped actually enroll.
Okay.
Using healthcare.gov. It's pretty self-explanatory, very user-friendly. They do email updates, reminders, especially around open enrollment. You get a lot of that stuff.
Sure. Back when that used to be allowed. You can't do it anymore. Like you can't. We don't want to even. Just thinking, right? The administration has done a lot to keep people from getting enrolled in these plans.
Yes. Yeah, they
exactly.
shortened open enrollment.
Yeah, exactly. These plans are terrible plans.
Yeah, because most people that I talked to, I actually saw this prep sheet for debates over Thanksgiving holiday. But you know, it was a left-leaning news source, and it was about debating healthcare and Medicare for all. But it's shocking, and I was in this pool of people, you know, just 5 years ago. The people who don't understand what Obamacare is,
Sure.
Affordable Care Act, Obamacare,
Sure.
like what these plans are. They think it's like an entirely separate insurance company,
Sure.
like a government-run insurance company. It's a certain type of insurance.
Yeah.
And you know, it's just not. It's not what it is. They're just paying these carriers
People-
on your behalf.
Exactly. Yeah. They're what is the whole thing? They're unconscious incompetent. They don't know, and they don't know that they don't know.
What's that story about the guy that played football with you?
Oh yeah, the college football coach said he just couldn't get his player to do anything. He said, "Damn it, boy!" He goes, "I don't know if you're ignorant or apathetic." And coach looked back and said, "Coach, I don't know. I don't care." Have you ever heard that whole thing about? I can't remember if it's Brian Tracer who does it. He